So, being as though it is Throwback Thursday, I feel like this is really fitting. This is a super throwback for me, man. I mean, we're not going, we're not doing commentary for a movie that came out in 1812 or anything like that. We're not throwing it back that fucking far. But we are going to go as far back as 1993, man. Now, I've been looking for this movie. They've got bits and pieces of it on YouTube. It's never on demand. When it is on demand, which is every once in a blue moon, they're charging like fucking like 1995 plus tax for this old ass movie. And even though it is an old ass movie, I still enjoy it. But I'm not about to pay for the shit when I can find it somewhere. Couldn't find any DVD copies. I think the last time that I've really got good spins with this movie, it was on DVD. I can't remember who I let borrow the movie or who let me borrow. I don't know. But this is, prime example of why you don't let people borrow shit. Because they either, they don't give it back or they loan it out to other people. Like, it's a whole different story. We're not going to get into that, people, but we are going to stick with the Throwback Thursday theme, and we are going back, like I said, to 1993 to one of my favorite rock'em sock'em martial arts movies ever. I still love this movie. A lot of the acting is pretty dated, but there are some decent performances scattered throughout this film nonetheless, man. And we're talking about Only the Strong, people. Oh my God, man. I think, I gotta shout out Papa Bear, man. I think my dad was the first one to introduce me to this movie because he's into all types of martial arts. I think that motherfucker might really be like an ex-assassin on some John Wick type of stuff, or I don't know if he served as a Navy SEAL or something. But other than that, he's into all types of martial arts. He loves all types of, kung fu movies. But this was one I believe we had on VHS way back in the day. I'm talking VHS where you had the hardback covers, the hardback plastic covers that were just completely transparent, and you had the tape with with just the makeshift label on the front of it. So I remember seeing this movie, man. And not only did I love Mark Dacoscos as the leading guy and just as the guy who was, who became this martial arts instructor for 12 of the, apparently the most troubled kids in this high school, but I also grew to like a lot of the kids in this movie, man. Of course, I don't think a lot of them were kids in this movie, because there's one of those motherfuckers look like they're like 27 years old in the movie. I don't know. We'll get to it. I'll point them out when I see them. Now, let me see here. This was directed by a guy named Sheldon Lettich. I hope I'm saying that last name right at least. Now, let me pull my man's resume here. The guy was a writer for Double Impact with Jean-Claude Van Damme, Lionheart with Jean-Claude Van Damme. He was a writer on Rambo 3. So clearly this guy has a knack for, badasses on screen, badass protagonists on screen that just wreck shit. But he was also the director of Lionheart and Double Impact. He did, Perfect Target. He did Only the Strong, like I said, in 1993. Now, this cast here, people, Mark Dacoscos, who, if nobody knows Mark Dacoscos, I think most recently people saw him as far as super big movie releases go. Mark Dacoscos was in John Wick 3, Parabellum. And I think his character's name was Zero in that movie. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I was very disappointed with how little of a role he had in that movie, because when I heard that they were casting Mark Dacoscos, I'm like, wait, that's my man from Paranaue, from back in the day. And that's nobody knows what Paranaue. Listen, we'll get there, because they open up with that theme song. And speaking of that theme song, let me just give everyone a little backstory on the martial arts that they study in this movie that they display throughout this movie is called Capoeira. Now, this was Brazilian Kung Fu. Now, the interesting thing about Capoeira, I think it was like 16th century, 15th century, something like that when this came about. Now, what it was it was originated by, now anybody out there can correct me if I'm wrong, but it was originated by African slaves in Brazil, and they were trying to hide they were trying to disguise it as dancing. Because it does look very much like they're dancing at some points throughout this movie, but they were trying to hide the fact that they were learning how to fight so they could fight for their freedom and eventually escape. And that's amazing to me, man. To mask a deadly fighting style, you know, that could fuck shit up as a dance. You know, the slave masters probably looked at them like, oh, they just chucking and jiving and just doing what they do. But it's like, no, they were preparing for something bigger than you know, than what they let on, you know, than what they let on. And I just love the idea of that, man. And I love the idea of, you know, this is basically, and I mentioned this in my episode about, you know, cinema's most rowdiest high school students. You guys can check that episode out if y'all want. But this was Only the Strong was actually an honorable mention that I had, because the majority of it were just kids that were trying to kill you. It was you know, 187, Dangerous Minds. Those kids weren't trying to kill you, but you know, I talked about Freedom Riders. But Only the Strong was always an honorable mention because you know, it's basically the teacher coming in to save these troubled young kids and turn their lives around. And there, you know, by the end of it, you hope that he succeeds. But there's, you know, the bigger subplot here is the guy Silverio, who's in the movie. Now, let me just say this. Rest in peace, shout out to Jeffrey Lewis, who plays Mr. Kerrigan in this movie. I was so sad to learn that guy had passed away. I think it was a couple years back. Stacey Davis is in this movie. Todd Sussman's in this movie. Ryan Bowman from, he played Mika from, is it Mika or is it Micah? From Children of the Corn, Part 2, which is my favorite, you know, my favorite Children of the Corn movie. And shout out to Ryan Bowman, man, because he's actually a really nice guy, man. And he personally, like, interacts with everybody on, you know, Instagram. He'll say thank you, and he'll actually respond in the comments and stuff like that. Cool dude, man. But he's actually got one of the saddest moments in this entire movie. I won't spoil it for anybody. We'll get there when we get there. But, you know, I'll shout out the rest of the cast as the movie goes along. Now, this is the standardized theatrical run through, and if there is an extended version or an unrated or whatever the case may be of this movie, people, please let your boy know, because I would love to get my hands on that, and I would love to do another commentary for it. But until then, we're going to stick with the theatrical version, and that's just in case y'all are tuning in with me, man. And if y'all are tuning in, y'all are the true Tudor Reviews MVP. So with that being said, people, let's jump into this commentary, Throwback Thursday commentary for Only the Strong. I will hit the play button in 3, 2, 1. All right, play button, don't fail me now. Why does my volume sound so peculiar? Oh, because it wasn't turned all the way up. Silly me, right? I just played the shit out of myself. I also forgot to mention, because I was all over the place trying to talk about 10 different things during the intro, like I always do. Mark Dacoscos is also, he was Eric Draven. He was in, I don't know if anybody remembers this, there was a TV show, The Crow, Stairway to Heaven. And he played Eric Draven. And I'm sorry, man, after Brandon Lee, Mark Dacoscos is the closest thing you're going to get to The Crow and to the character of Eric Draven, because that casting was amazing. I loved, you know, the show. A lot of the show doesn't really hold up too well, but I loved his performance in that movie, or in that TV show, rather. He's also in this this B-movie version of, you know, not a lot of people know, well, originally I think it was the Vincent Price movie, The Last Man on Earth. And I think that's what I Am Legend was loosely based on. But there's a B-movie version of that, which is called I Am Omega. And Mark Dacoscos pretty much plays the Will Smith character. He's the last man on Earth. But what I like about that movie better, and I know a lot of people might be like, oh, the blasphemy. But nah, I love that the zombies, mutants, whatever they are practical. They're practical effects instead of those fucking... Because that's what I hated about the I Am Legend with Will Smith, is that they had those CG... whatever they were. Zompires. Fucking Zompire. Yeah, here we go. I can't tell you how many times as kids, me and my friends would sing this and just swore we knew what we were doing, as far as martial arts goes, when we didn't know a goddamn thing. I don't think I could have learned this if I tried. I didn't have the attention span for it. My pop tried to put me in karate classes when I was a kid. I didn't even make it past a white belt, because I'm like, I just can't do this. All the kata ansus and Jesus, man. Shout out to the people that do practice this stuff, man, because it's amazing. Somebody need to sample this. Y'all so-called producers and rappers, where y'all at, man? Somebody sample this and just go in. Slow it down a little bit. They even do a remix of it later on in the movie, which is fire. Hey, 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 hey. I'm over here dancing. Like, Jesus, man, I haven't seen this movie in forever. And make no mistake, people, this is really Mark Dacoscos getting down. I don't know if he even used a stunt double in this movie. And I love that they did a lot of this in slow motion. His balance, man, the way he kicked outward like that. That's the when they do that one-handed handstand thing. I love that because he teaches the kids to do that later on when they're on the beach. They go on they go on a retreat and stuff, or a field trip, as he calls it. Came to break up the party. God damn it.
Put your clothes on, Tarzan. Time to head back to the land of the big PS.
Excuse me?
You got 30 minutes to pack your gear. Now get a move on, son. Get out of here.
That dude don't even know. Mark Dacoscos probably could have broke his face in a million different places just with one finger. Talking about some son. I wish I knew what he said. I love this exchange right here. It means way more than he even understands. I want to know what that instrument is called that the guy gave him, though. And that dude that gave him the instrument looks like one of my high school NTAs named Mr. Charles. He looked just like him, but just a clean-shaven Mr. Charles. See, there's a remix right there. Where y'all at, producers? What, is there 2-3 remixes in there? This is one. I think Donovan's got one. Well, he's got like a remix of what Mr. Stevens was playing. But they've got the Paranaue remix on the bus. This sound like Big Daddy Kane and ODB if they voices came together. Why he said it all like gangster at the end of his verse like that? He said only strong banana way, yo. He didn't say yo, but I'm just saying, like, he said that shit with some emphasis. Now I keep forgetting this is Miami, Florida, that this movie takes place on. And I love that this is a cultural movie. Like, this shit is, it's not just ass kicking for the sake of ass kicking. They're actually teaching you something as this movie progresses, man. So I always appreciated that. Like, you can have a bunch of movies that are, you know, action, the rock'em sock'em, beat 'em up type of movies, but if it's not really saying anything and it's not, you know, picking your brain or making you say, damn, I never knew that, then what's the point?
Hey, oh man, can you sell them? So I got 20. What do I get for 20?
Jesus, Eddie. Now that's Eddie, played by Christian Camash.
What do you think, you're the only pharmacy in town, man?
And he said it like in 20. Hold up, people. I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck just happened, people. Oh my goodness. There was some type of lag, people, and I apologize. We went back a couple frames. I don't know how the hell that happened, but my apologies. If it's one thing, I swear to God, anytime there's a lag or there's a freeze, I always want to stop the commentary, but I'm going to keep it going. If anybody was tuning in, my apologies. But what I was going to say was that Eddie said, what do I get for 20? Now, around here in 2021, you lucky to find somebody, but like I don't smoke like that anymore, but if you go to somebody for bud, be like, yeah, I got a dub. What you got for me? They'll be like, oh man, I'm only selling pounds and shit. Jeffrey Lewis, he's one of the best actors in this movie. One of the best actors. And that's not to say that the performances are particularly terrible, but it is very much a 1993 movie.
Lewis? Maybe it's not such a good time. I can come back.
He's like, nah, we got to talk about this Crow TV show you're going to do in a couple years, son. And I love that Lewis used to go to that school. Mr. Kerrigan was his teacher.
The great South American crusades, training our stalwart indigenous troops in the fight of malignant cartels.
It's been 4 years fighting a lot of bureaucracy is what it comes down to. Now I'm back and I'm just trying to find square one all over again.
You think maybe I can possibly help?
I wonder, were Mark Dacoscos and Brandon Lee ever in a movie together?
They're on the feeding grounds.
Because that would have been amazing.
A couple of years ago, the kids were getting high thinking they were Superman. Either that, they were just throwing each other off the third story. Hello. Janitor's got tired of scraping them off the floor.
Damn. He said it like they were murdering each other up in there. So he left class early to rap for his friends. You know what? Let me shut up, because there was one time, right, at band camp. No, I'm lying. There was this one time in high school where I heard somebody, like, I was into music heavy when I was in high school, and I heard somebody like wanted to battle me. So it started in the lunchroom, and then it carried on into the hallway, and I almost got like the majority of my English class, fellow classmates in trouble, because they were all piled out there for the rap battle just to watch somebody get their fucking head bit off for even trying to play with me. But I remember my English teacher was like, look, man, he's like, don't do that again, all right? You're disturbing my class. We're supposed to be in here learning, but you did good, though. It's like, because I was his favorite, so. Well, one of his favorites. Moral of that story, kids, is don't leave class early. Stay in class and, do your little music thing afterwards. Oh, here we go.
You're selling me products, or you'll be sorry. Now pick it up.
Damn. Now, I don't know. I can't remember what this guy's name is.
There's a little family problem here, Teach.
Either one. The one that plays Shay, or this guy right here. I know this guy right here. The Jamaican, the brother. He's got a really distinctive beard, and he's in a lot of movies.
None of your damn business.
Your damn business.
First of all, I'm in a real shitty mood. Third, no law says I can't make it my business.
Guess they never heard curse words before.
So let the kid go.
Uh-oh.
Well, Levan,
Yep.
you just made it your damn
Your
business.
damn business. I love it. See, they think it's a game. They think it's gonna be sweet. And Lewis don't want to hurt nobody. I like how he just keeps looking out the corner of his eye. He's like, all right, goddamn. Yep. Slow ass roundhouse kick. Lewis ain't playing with these dudes, man. Damn. He had both hands locked together when he hit him. Get him, maestre. Mr. Kerrigan's like, yo, he's looking up at the kids like, these motherfuckers are crazy. Stacey Travis is looking like, please don't kill him. Look how swift Mark Dacoscos is, man. Ugh.
Lewis, do you know what you just did?
Yeah, he knocked his damn power bar down with one kick.
You've been able to do for the last 5 years. You got their attention.
He actually knocked him out, the dude with the dreads. He kicked him the way he did because he was a panhandler in Don't Be a Menace, the Wayans Brothers movie. He was the guy who was asking for change, but he had like a 3-piece suit on. He was driving a Benz and all that.
This Brazilian kung fu. Capoeira.
Yes, thank you. We will be channeling their hyperactive, hormone-driven energies into something constructive.
That's the idea.
Let me get this straight.
Ty Sussman, I like him in this movie too, even though he has a real asshole moment later on.
And in lieu of their gym classes, young Lawrence here teaches them this stuff. And hopefully...
It'll show them some respect. Give them something to strive for. Gentlemen. Now, listen to what we're being sold here, people. Teach violence to violent kids.
Oh, shut up.
We've been told that this young man has just returned from military service in Latin America. Doing what, pray tell? Training death squads? Now, there's a fine role model for our disaffected youth.
I'd have been like, listen, you was about to get some walking papers today. So you need to calm it down. You know, pull it back a few notches. You're not trying to win an Oscar here, brother.
We were both students at Lincoln together. When he was a freshman and a sophomore, he was a troublemaker.
She looks like Amy Smart. She's like an older version of Amy Smart.
But someone turned him around.
Chick from Butterfly Effect, Road Trip, Mirrors. But that's what she looks like. I never peeped until just now.
Desperate attempt to help these kids. Because what we're doing is not working. I think it might be worth a shot. What have we got to lose?
Our lives. Once these kids take over the goddamn school from learning capoeira and we can't fight back.
I just wanted to say thanks. Thanks for talking me into it.
You're welcome, Lewis.
You know, if you carry something in your books.
Thanks, we're not in high school anymore.
Oh, we're not. We shouldn't act like it. So,
Right. Don't be so stuck up. Damn.
You're not kidding it, are you? I liked your proposal. I thought it was fresh and offbeat.
Thanks.
I doubt it's gonna work.
Damn.
I don't care. I'm willing to try anything. But just don't think that my support was based on anything other than those kids.
Oh my god. Can a nigga get some slack? Like, damn.
Hector,
He done turned his life around.
will you help me with these?
Oh, he couldn't carry her books, but Hector could, though. Women love douchebags, man. I never, for the fucking life of me, I will never understand it. Do they not know that that bad boy shit will blow up in their face? Goodness gracious, man. Ladies, y'all gotta stop that shit, man. Stop that narrative, man.
Yeah, that's a
What's with the windows?
Well, we can take those out.
Oh,
Well, at least we got ourselves a dojo.
Mr. Garrigan.
we got ourselves a disaster. That's what we got ourselves. Look at this floor. Somebody's been using it for a toilet. I'm supposed to do handstands on this?
We're in a firehouse. Gotta be hoses around here.
A hosing ain't gonna do it. This place needs to be nuked.
Fellas, your lease is up.
Got squatters staying up in there. Wouldn't they need a permit to do shit like this, though? Now, forgive me, people, because I do not know all of these kids' names. And even if I looked some of them up, I think a lot of them are uncredited.
Eddie, just line up down here, please.
Yeah, whatever you said, Kerrigan, whatever you said.
They put a shirt on, dog.
Stand the city limits, would you? Come on.
Now, obviously, Danny's the cool skateboarder kid.
The other left. Okay, move on in here. Right in here, just follow him down.
Richard Coca, he's like the he's one of the stars of the show as far as the kids go. He plays Orlando. It's the main villain's cousin. But the main kids are basically Orlando, Donovan, and Shay. Eddie becomes one of them too. But I feel like a lot of these students are just kind of extras because you don't get to know their names. You don't get to know like their personalities. That's why I said only a few of them are standout. You know, like standout students.
We ever scraped the bottom of that barrel?
School and juvenile records.
Now, was this? I think this was after Children of Corn 2 for Ryan Bowman. I'm not sure.
Make us proud, soldier. I'm sticking my neck out for you. Do not make me look
I think it was because I want to say Children of Corn 2 was in 91 or 92.
All right, fellas, let's go. Into the firehouse. Let's line up for roll call. Everybody. Come on.
The fuck these kids think they are? I'd have been like, listen, don't ever touch my file again, dog. I was reading that. Slap that do-rag off your head. Donovan played that 80s, early 90s porn music.
Look at this, man. The Kerrigan gotta condemn this place, man.
Eddie, mark that.
We could hurt ourselves here.
Okay, Donovan, would you turn that off? What? Turn it off. This is a class. All right. Your instructor today, or mestre, is Mr. Lewis Stevens. Former graduate of Lincoln High.
Oh, he must be a loser then.
Yeah, they gave him so much hell.
Not predisposed to tolerating any disorder the way some of your teachers are. He has kindly agreed to show us.
He's that punk that kicked your brother's ragged ass out on the lunch hour.
Jungles of Brazil.
I'll do the same to you, faggot, any day. Hey, listen up. I think so, man. Listen up. I'll kick his ass later.
Later.
You! I want you to turn that music up.
He's like, huh?
I said turn it up.
No one's ever said that before.
Okay.
Did he say rock your body? Is this like this is the 90s porn version of Justin Timberlake's version?
Everything starts out with the jinga. This is the jinga.
I played that game before. Yo, Eddie is a goofball, man.
It's pretty funny, doesn't it? It's the basis for moves like this.
Wasn't so funny.
This doesn't seem to be working now, does it? You mind? No.
He should have took the boombox like, do you mind? And just broke it over his head. Like, now, y'all keep fucking around with me.
This is the real guy.
Then we gonna do all of this the hard way.
Ordered it in Brazil.
The choice is yours.
A little different, so...
You could get with this, or you can get with that. This is the one Donovan remixed, and it's actually really dope when he does it.
Turn that shit off. Give me a hand.
You must think I'm playing, punk.
What was his upbringing like? It's like, oh, you took my radio, I'm gonna stab you with this dragon knife. Whatever the hell it is. Yo, he really was gonna stab that dude. Orlando, hands down, was the most dangerous of these kids, yo. Easily. And Mr. Kerrigan's just laughing like it's a joke. Now, what if he actually killed Lewis? Mr. Kerrigan would have went to jail, guilty by association type of stuff. Yo, he was trying to, like, disembowel that man.
Turn that off, please. Okay, that's class for today. Tomorrow I want everybody to show up, bag your clothes, no shoes, and ready to jingle.
I'm gonna start telling people that. Like, yo, everybody show up tomorrow, ready to Jenga.
What's your name? Eat shit. You want your playback? Eat shit.
Name's Orlando Oliveras, and he has no business carrying that knife in the first place.
We're not technically on campus, are we? No. Heads up, tough guy.
Lewis, what are you doing?
Now, whether people knew it or not,
Lewis, that kid has got a discipline.
their relationship was established in that very moment. Well, in that scene overall.
Who runs one of the toughest gangs in the city.
Because him and Orlando become really close, like it's almost like a surrogate big brother type of thing.
Could I borrow this? I mean, just for tonight. Just don't forget where it came from, huh? Promise. You have a name? Yeah. Donovan. Donovan.
He almost forgot his name for a second. He's like, "Yo, I'm sorry. You're the coolest person I've ever met." So I almost forgot my name.
I hope you have another copy of that. Yeah, I know. Trust me.
Trust him after you almost got murdered. Donovan's the cool one though. Like I said, Orlando in the early parts of the movie is the most dangerous student. But Donovan was, he'd be in his own little rebellious world. Shay, he hides under those sunglasses. So he's like a super chill dude. Eddie's just a goofball. I did not mention, people, that while today is Throwback Thursday, tomorrow is definitely Friday the 13th. So I'm thinking about doing a nice little commentary crawl, because in order for me to cap off the Friday 13th series, I've done commentary for all of them except 2, 4, and 6. So I'm thinking about doing that tomorrow, but I'm definitely going to need some cold ones on deck for that.
Hey, Steven.
this? Well, you see, I ran your tape to a MIDI setup. Your percussion and vocals are panned from left to right on 8. And then I filled in the other 16 tracks with some prefab ROM samples. And then I added some reverb and some delays and some custom-made sounds. So, I mean, it's kind of like a blend of the old and the new. I hope that's cool with you because I would not want to offend any of the ancient mestres or anything like that, you know.
He's like, look, I don't know what the hell you just said, but it sounds cool, so you're good with me, kid. Cause that's exactly what I would have said if I was his teacher. Like, listen, you're speaking another language to me, but I like what you did. Danny and that fucking skateboard, man.
Music any better? None of it's mixed, huh? Okay, let's get started. Spread it out. Drop your bags. Danny, drop your skateboard. Drop your pants.
Pause, bro.
Come on, guys. Start off with the Jenga. Shit, why don't you help me out, man? Everybody watch, please. Right leg out.
That dude in the back is dressed like a damn Green Beret.
I thought we was gonna learn how to kick ass.
Somebody in the background says, "Shut up, Shay." The way they rag on each other is hilarious in this movie.
That's the basic of it.
But, Mr. Stevens, I thought we was gonna learn how to kick ass.
Yo, he really slapped Shay though. Now this is something. Orlando and Eddie have some type of rapport, man, because Orlando got in Shay's face.
Look at you, man. I think I'm pissing over this shit. But just keep slapping you around for not selling drugs? You want to learn how to kick ass. Take a big chance, man, because tomorrow it's you and Eddie in front of the entire class.
Uh-oh.
The rest of the afternoon.
Now, did he just gas up and promote that fight, or were they, like, is that how they were prior to how we see them on screen? I feel him though. As long as they're not killing each other, I'm cool. Scrap it out. Because yeah, you can't slap that man in the face, black man in the face, and expect him not to, want to retaliate afterwards. Y'all gotta rumble after that.
Hey, Mr. Kerrigan, check this out. All right, Ishada. Do it slowly, kind.
Okay, Shana.
Light, slow first one.
Bye.
Good. All right. And this time hard. Let's do it. What's up?
I miss being this limber. I'm not gonna lie. I was never, I was an athlete, but these kicks and stuff they're doing are inspiring. Damn. What if Lewis just punched Shay in the face?
That was pretty good, man. I knew you had it in you. Huh? Yeah.
He's like, now you, Mr. Kerrigan. So you could break your ankle. I love how they transition into the fight. Shay sweating this shit. He putting that work in. But this goes to show, like, Eddie, all like goofing off and trying to bully people and mess around with people. It's like, when it came down to it, it meant nothing. Get up, bro. Let's go, Shay. And Donovan looked at Orlando like, see? You thought my boy was sweet, huh? Eddie can't even breathe. What if that was the actor, like, really,
You ready to try this yet?
you know, not being able to breathe, and they just thought he was just in character? Yeah, Danny's over there getting inspired. This, as a kid, is when I started getting hyped, because I'm like, okay, now he's winning people over now. I love it. Again, people, I have this big dumb smile on my face because this movie is so nostalgic for me, man. Yeah, and I love that he says, "Come on, Eddie," because Eddie wants to do it, even though he just got his ass whooped. But it's like, you know, they can't help but be intrigued by this. I love when Lewis does that little dance move. Oh man, good stuff. Good stuff. Was that a roundhouse kick Donovan just did? All right, people, I've never done this on a To The Reviews podcast, but I'm about to spit something. Listen. Yeah. It's like, no, fuck all that. Oh, I wish I would. I would not use this platform for that, people. Music is long gone. Come on, Eddie. Come on. Get in tune with it.
Alright, guys, not bad.
Sharp.
This instrument.
And Eddie looked at Orlando like, what you mad at me? I'm having fun, bruh.
Jogo.
Have some fun, man. Remember we used to have that back in the day? Fun.
Stay with my beat, huh?
This, oh my god, when he plays the instrument, I love this scene. I would have caught on right away. I'd have started beating. See, people, I used to get in trouble in high school for like doing beats on lockers, on desks, lunch tables and stuff like that. Like whether it was my hands, my pens, I would always get in trouble for that shit. Somebody need to sample this too. This is dope. Now the other kids that were all standoffish are starting to get into it. That one dude in the back that looks like Lorenz Tate 2.0.
What do you think?
I'm over here jamming.
I know you got this in your blood. Just try it, man. You know I've got this in my blood.
Here we go.
Oh, you don't know caralho about me, man. Just because you read some files, you think you know about me? Man, you don't know nothing about anybody here.
Well, you better lower your
You're
mother.
right, I don't. But I'm trying to learn. That's why we're all here. Well, what are we gonna learn, huh? What are you gonna teach us? How to play your boha bongo drums and dance around like little viados? You're a loser, man. A loser. Lando!
Yo, the actor that plays Orlando was also in Selena. He was one of Selena's father's bandmates. You know, when they were in the singing group, he was the one that, like, I don't know if he stuttered throughout the flashback sequence or if it was just in that one moment, because he's like, not too much, Abraham. He's in that movie. Ain't none of them got no game. They look like they hooping down South Philly somewhere. First of all, Orlando Oliveras, you are balling. You know what? Those aren't even sneakers.
What you looking at?
Damn, dog.
Why'd you walk out on the class? ¿Quién es Otario? Para ahí va. Caparado lado. You gonna hide behind these guys all night, Orlando? You're gonna speak up for yourself.
All these dudes look like they just got out the pen.
What do you got time for? Run a little errands for your cousin? Stealing cars and chopping them up? Yeah, teacher, I do shit for my cousin. Everybody knows that. Cops know that. School knows that. I'm sure you saw it on my files. Also, now what? You got something better for me? You gonna pay my mama's rent? And you gonna feed me with that jungle music, man? Teacher, let me tell you something about my cousin. He don't play no jungle music.
That motherfucker with that mushroom helmet
and he takes care of his neighborhood.
haircut, he looked like a half Spanish version of Keith Wayne from Night of the Living Dead.
You better go, man.
Uh-oh, here we go. Silverio. So over the top as an antagonist, man, but it's hilarious.
See you in class tomorrow. Hey, Sakana. Now maybe you don't hear so good. He said go. Now.
Here we go. Y'all see, y'all keep fucking with this man. And he gonna keep laying y'all out, sprawled out all over Miami. Damn. Whew. Even Orlando's looking like, damn. My boys is getting trashed. Damn. He double kicking people. Yeah, get your big ass down. He gotta put him down immediately. He's the biggest dude there until Silverio comes along. Did he just snap his fingers at dude? Like, cigar. Paco Christian Prieto is this actor's name that plays Silverio. And like I said, he is completely over the top in this movie.
So, you must be the guy. El primo, the one who teaches capoeira, eh?
And you must be the cousin.
Accent thicker than racial tension in 2021.
So tell me, teacher,
Stanto.
how much are they paying you on the high school?
Enough.
Don't play with Melku. How much?
He's straight out of a cartoon, yo. I shit you not.
That's all I need right now.
A roof over my head. You know, my friend, it's been quite a long time since I met a real life Santo. A saint. Right before my eyes, in the flesh and blood. Tell you what, Santo.
Santo.
Instead of this useless garbage, I need someone who can take these pieces of shit and make men out of them.
Just insulted his whole squad right in front of him.
I'll give you a roof over your head like you ain't gonna believe.
And probably all the coke I can snort.
Whatever. I'm a reasonable man.
His money was probably long.
What you need.
You know what I need? I need to get out of here before I puke all over your fancy shoes.
Silverio looks like the last motherfucker you fight in like a unreleased Street Fighter game or something.
Hey, Santo. Your interview is not over yet.
They still crowding around him. Y'all didn't see what he just did?
Still gotta check your qualifications. See, you don't fool a man who was born and raised in the worst slum barrio of Rio de Janeiro. We're gonna find out real quick who's the real capoeira maestre in this neighborhood.
He talks like a Spanish Arnold Schwarzenegger or something. Now, how is Silverio fighting with them dress shoes on? Now, of course, this is like the anti-Paranaue chant. I always felt like this is the evil version of it. But Silverio's not even as fast as him. So, I mean, power and finesse, people. There you go. Come on, Lewis. Oh, now Orlando's getting concerned because he thinks Silverio about to murder this dude. Damn, that kick is horrible to watch. Now, if I live near that basketball court, I'm gonna be that old man that's yelling out the window, "Shut the fuck up! It's 1 a.m."
You okay, Santo? Get up.
What y'all laughing
I
at?
say okay. Which means no good
He
enough.
whooped all their asses.
Train my boys here. We're good enough to train my primo. Santo's gonna teach you the simple shit. And when you're ready to graduate, I'm gonna be your college. Teach you what they don't teach you in the playgrounds. He's my blood, Santo. I got big plans for him. Don't we put no crazy ideas in his head.
Now, even though Silverio is the villain of this movie, one thing I do like about this movie is it's like honor amongst fighters, where everybody's rumbling, nobody's pulling no guns out. It is what it is. They let their homie rumble, and they stood around him in a circle. They let Silverio rumble, and they let him whoop ass, and they didn't try anything afterwards. They just let Lewis walk away. Lewis took his L, and he walked away. But we know that they're going to run into each other again. There is a moment where somebody pulls out a gun later on in the movie outside the high school, and that's only because his homie gets kicked in the face and laid out right on the curb. He probably pulled the gun out and was like, "Listen, man, we not gonna beat this dude with no hands and feet."
This time it's my backyard. What does that mean?
It means you should have let me carry your books when I asked you. Stop playing these games.
Is this that same self-absorbed guy I used to date? What happened to you down there?
Oh, now you care? Because outside the school, she's like, "Don't think that this was anything other than something strictly professional, because I am just the most uptight woman that you'll ever see in your life." Now she want to be nice and shit. She want to patch him up and put little cotton swabs on his face and heal his boo-boos and shit.
Oh, come on! Louis, you're crazy!
His hand's better, Doc.
Take 2 aspirin and don't call me in the morning.
Oh, wait a second. It's your turn. I bet you can't even do a handstand anymore, huh?
You're right.
This is a challenge. What, you gonna whip out on a challenge?
I do like this scene because it really feels like they used to date and they went to school together and they're old friends and stuff like that. So I like this scene. This is a sweet little scene.
No. Just don't look.
Plus, this was his moment to make his move on her, and he did it in such a smooth way.
Get back.
Drum roll, please.
Oh my God. Oh, grab me.
Look how smooth he did it. He's like, "Listen, I got you. Show you how flexible you are."
Handstand needs some help, but your back bend's pretty good.
Your back bends pretty good.
Could be happier.
Sexual tension is too obvious here.
Oh, God, Louis, what are you doing?
My man is too smooth. He did a reverse handstand with her, and then he did a handstand with her, and then flipped back in the opposite direction to land on top of her and then kiss her. Come on, man. Listen, bravo, good direction, good writing, good execution on both actors' behalfs. I love that scene. You know what? This is giving me way too many ideas because I'm going to challenge my lady to a handstand, and then I'm going to try to flip in the opposite direction onto her and give her a kiss. But I'm going to be on a gurney somewhere if I try that shit. I'll be doing the Tudor Reviews podcast from the hospital for a couple days. Now he's got the attention of all the kids. Again, I like those shots that transition into the next kid doing the cartwheel. But he's got all of them interested now. I love it.
Diana,
a rumor being circulated by my own students, no less, about you and Mr. Death Squad, who, guess what, turns out to be a former boyfriend of yours.
Since when did you start teaching current affairs, Hector?
Since you started piling on the fiction, Diana. What is going on down at that firehouse?
That ain't your
I
lady?
think that's any of your business.
Right. Questioning like she obligated to answer you, bruh.
Although it probably wouldn't hurt for you to come down and see for yourself.
Chump. It's a new maestre in town, bruh. It's over for what's his face.
I wasn't expecting this. This is very impressive.
He actually came down there. He came down there just to hate.
So the techniques are mixed in with the dance.
The rhythm.
Damn.
Ray, they've learned a more efficient way to give each other bloody noses.
Shut up.
Apparently, that's not all they've learned, Senor Cervantes. Look, ordinarily that would have led to a shooting, especially with those two kids. Look at what he's done with them. And these were the 12 worst kids of Lincoln, the absolute bottom of the heap. Hell, I'm ready to give him Casper's entire gym class.
He's like, what? You can't do that, sir.
Granted, he's instilled a small degree of discipline. But let's not blow this out of proportion.
Out of proportion? You mean like taking this proposal directly to the head of the school board? Would that be out of proportion for you?
What proposal?
The Capoeira program, Kerrigan, citywide, at every high school in the district. God knows, if it works at Lincoln, it'll work damn near anywhere. You shut up.
Don't even say a word.
Get with the program.
I love how into it he was because he was the one giving Lewis shit in that, in that meeting where he's like, yeah, so we're going to be teaching them capoeira and this guy here is going to be doing this and blah, 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 blah. It's like he wasn't into it at all, but now when he sees that this is turning these kids' lives and behavior around, now he's with it. Now, do we dare call that an opportunist, ladies and gentlemen, or what? Or do we just call that, a natural change of heart?
All right,
It's a fine line.
And they're gonna love it when they see it.
What they want to know from you, Lewis, is how you're going to teach this to 1,200 kids. Meanwhile, if there's anything more I can do for you and the class, just name it.
Well, sir, now that you mention it, I was kind of thinking about a field trip.
There it is. Oh, school field trips, man. Every time we hit like the expressway or something, it always was like, oh my God, let's never go back to school again. They all on the bus jamming. I wonder how this movie did financially in the box office back when it came out. Because this movie takes you through a lot of different emotions, man. It takes you through, yeah, give him a left and give him a right and give him a kick. And it takes you through some really heartfelt moments between teacher and student. It's got that, like I said, surrogate and big brother moments between Lewis and Orlando. It's got some really sad moments. Well, I say two really sad moments in particular. Now this was always one of my favorite moments as a kid because this is when it seemed like it was a horror movie now. It's just the bus in the woods. They're just looking around like, what the hell?
This is it!
Hey, Mr. Stevens, how are you so sure that this is the place? I mean, maybe it's me, but you can't see shit out here, you know?
Trust me.
Oh, you trust you.
Now, come on. Everybody out, let's go.
Ow! Hey, what for, man? I thought we were sleeping on the bus.
Eddie, you ever try to set up a tent inside a bus?
Ain't never tried to set up a tent, period.
Yeah, what are we, Indians?
And here I thought you were all supposed to be the 12 baddest kids in Miami.
Setting up setting up a tent. That's one of the worst
This looks like snakes
things
in
I've
alligators.
ever physically done, yeah. That shit is so stressful.
So late. Wouldn't a hotel be a better idea?
Ooh, Mr. Stevens, you and the prettiest teacher in school.
Oh man.
Shut the door. Shut the door.
12 of them plus a teacher, and they're sleeping with the bus windows up. Eddie all folded up like fucking Deputy Logan from Halloween 4. Everybody's sweating. I would have set up the tent. Only if I had help. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, the first and last time I went camping, setting up that tent is... I probably said this in a podcast episode before. It's just... I hated doing it. I just hated doing it. Then I had to blow up the fucking air mattress that went inside the tent. So, I was frustrated. My arms were tired. And my lungs were tired afterwards. So y'all already know, I went right to the tent with the liquor inside of it. My homie that one of my homies that went camping with all of us, he had a solo tent for all the coolers and all the alcohol.
Wow. Look at this place.
I'm sorry, this soundtrack is popping. That Lorenz Tate 2.0 dude who has no name in this movie. At least I don't think. Donovan showing off that one hand handstand. He just keeps showing off. This dude got on my nerves because it's like he just kept doing cartwheels all into the water. But what if he just kept doing cartwheels and then at the end credits of the movies, what if there was like a post-credit sequence where he was at the bottom of the ocean floor still doing cartwheels? Which I know makes no sense because the pressure, I get it, because there was somebody out there that probably was like, how could you be at the bottom of the ocean floor doing cartwheels?
Hey, Mr. Stevens. Hey, when do we eat? I'm starving.
It's called My Silly Imagination, people, is what it is. What did they eat when they went on this little field trip?
So where's your party? You're looking for Mr. Last in the Mohicans? He's over there.
Wishing on a star somewhere. This is one of the moments I was talking about.
I was supposed to be working this weekend.
For your cousin?
Yeah. Stripping cars. It's good money, bro.
It's $1 an hour. And I only work 5 of them.
One thing for sure, in my neighborhood, there's always somebody else.
You're not missing out, brother.
Yeah, right. Better for what? Stripping cars is all I know. Oh, and Capoeira.
That's all your life's supposed to amount to, huh?
Right.
Who sold you on that load of crap, or should I guess?
I've got some major news for you, man.
This world can be about as big as you ever want it to be. Or as small as your own tiny little hood.
He dropping gems though. Straight up.
Some choices. You decide. I'm here.
I love that scene. Cause he gives a fuck about him, and for them two to get off as such a rough start where Orlando was literally trying to, gut this dude up with a fancy ass pocket knife. for them to have that just calm, warm moment right there, like I said, the surrogate big brother, little brother type of dynamic is awesome. But of course, it's short-lived because here comes Silverio and you know,
Back to school, gentlemen. Go,
his two stooges.
Party's over.
Hey, look at this. The children are back from the playground. You had a job you were supposed to do last night, you little piece of shit.
Damn.
Severio,
Silverio takes no call, no show very seriously.
and I respect you, man, but I'm not your slave.
You're damn right.
Hey! Back home.
I love that Shay had his back because him and Orlando are homies now.
That kind of shit to your brother too, eh? Galinia?
He ain't no brother of mine no more. And they sure don't know me.
That's why you Jamaicans are so weak.
Damn.
No loyalty for the family. I'm gonna show you something. Ven conmigo ahora. Hey, primo! You got me in a bad mood already. One way or another, you getting in that car.
He's not going anywhere, except to his first class. Which starts in about 5 minutes.
Hey, Santo.
Oh, they've got matching colors. Lewis's bottoms match Silverio's top.
Stay on the bus, Diana.
Maybe they were separated at birth.
Santo, you take my cousin, and I'll take her.
We're still all the
Ta 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 ta.
Without your cousin.
My cousin.
I like how all the students are just they got Lewis back. They just standing behind him.
It's not working for me full time.
Was this his decision or was it yours?
You know what, Santo?
Santo.
I'm trying to be a nice guy. But now you're really starting to piss me off. A lot of people in this town will tell you. Pissing me off. It's not a smart thing to do.
Yeah, well, I mean, who cares?
Ven conmigo ahora. Vámonos.
Whoo! Night night. Yep, that's when he pulled the gun out. His homie got stretched. He went down like a ton of bricks.
Come on, you wanna play with me?
Jesus.
It's not my play for
That
kids.
kick was serious.
This time, I don't play.
Come on.
Oh, the music had me gassed up first time I saw this. I'm like, oh, I'm about to get it on. That dude got up pretty quick for getting kicked in the face.
Well, what do we have here? Mr. Oliveras, why don't you explain to us why we shouldn't run your ass in right now? Something about violating a restraining order, not being within 100 yards of the school zone, I believe.
Restraining order. He kind of sounds like he's trying to imitate Joe Unger, but he can't do it.
It's your choice now.
From dude from Pumpkinhead 2 and Texas Chainsaw 3.
He's my family master.
Violating a restraining order.
We'll work it out. I promise.
Orlando about to go home and get his ass beat.
Just gotta say one more little thing to my homie. I'm out of here. You wanna work with me, Maestri? You're gonna get one.
Now the cop didn't hear that? That's a terroristic threat right there. See, this is why the police are just not effective in movies. More good stuff. Good thing on it. There's a lot of ear candy in this movie, man.
I still say we shoot the little bastard. No good enough. These kids are starting to look up to this guy like he's some kind of a hero.
The way Silverio's got his hair out like that, as opposed to having it in a ponytail throughout the whole movie, I would have taken him as T-Hawk. I know a lot of people wouldn't have liked that, because T-Hawk, I think, is Native American in Street Fighter, but that T-Hawk they got in the movie was fucking terrible. I know, but a lot of people have problems with race swapping because it's not true to the character. But he kind of looked like a cross between T-Hawk and Nightwolf without the face paint. Oh yeah, they about to tear this school up. The teacher's not even fighting back. Yeah, he must teach political science. It was a joke, people. I'm joking.
How are you, cousin?
This part had me nervous as a young boy because I'm like, I really hope they don't hurt her.
Where's your capoeira?
Because that's usually what they do in scenes like this in movies.
To give him a message. If he wants to take over my territory, he's got to give me something. Something I want.
His breath probably smell like
You think he's gonna
pickles and sharp cheddar.
Then he better leave. I never come back. Go with you, maestre. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Telling you, he is the fucking Spanish Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, Kerrigan, let's go. You got a mean swing, buddy.
Wonder who this belongs to, huh?
Kill you for that.
Kerrigan ready to throw down.
Somebody's gonna die.
Damn. Well, listen.
Zip my cigar. He saw our faces. Let him turn into dogs.
All right, a couple things, people. Mr. Kerrigan, you got knocked out by getting that banjo type of... I'm sorry, it's not a banjo, but that instrument hit over your back, and you just got knocked out instantly after you just decked Bull on the floor with that punch. And another thing, Silverio said he saw our faces let him turn into dust. It's like, you're gonna burn up the school? Instead of like... You know, these are innocent people. These are innocent bystanders who have nothing to do with this quote-unquote war you got going on with Lewis. Just unnecessary, man. Very dramatic right now. And I love that it was Donovan and Shay to get Mr. Kerrigan out of that class.
I'll be right back, Shay. No, stay with that. You crazy?
Yeah, apparently so. Why didn't he just hold his breath? God damn it, Donovan. Jesus, man. Why didn't he just like cover his mouth or something? Because if you're, I've never been in like a fire before, but I'm assuming that, smoke inhalation, man, that's what people die from. Most of the time it's not even the fire, it's smoke inhalation. Oh, the shot to the heart. Good God. And all because he wanted to save that instrument, man. That's how hard he fucked with Lewis, man. That was his old head. Damn, man. R.I.P. Donovan. My man couldn't get a break in Gatlin, Nebraska, couldn't get a break in Miami, Florida, in the school system. God damn it, man. Motherfucker was selling guns out of the trunk of his car on Family Matters. And I think Ryan Bowman he played one of the nasties in the Never Ending Story 3.
Was the death of a 17-year-old student and the hospitalization of 2 teachers a fair price to pay for a dubious program? Which we now learn had no official authorization from the city school board.
What you snitching for?
A few of the tough questions
On national television.
Principal Donald Cochran will be facing when he goes before the board this afternoon.
the sidewalk. Avoid the cameras.
Mr. Cochran, the program worked. He turned them around. You saw it. You
Miss
can't just
Walker,
phone him.
in case you haven't figured it out yet, this kung fu business is over. Terminated. Banished from our campus. Along with this scumbucket who brought it here in the first place. What are you waiting for? Get him out of my sight.
He just keep flip-flopping. I don't like him. I like it. I love it. I hate him. I don't like it. I kind of love it. Maybe. Get off of my campus. It's like, you're all over the fucking place, dude. Are you bipolar? But I understand. In that instance, I understand completely, because it's like, listen, I don't know what you got going on, but one of my students are dead. And one of my teachers almost died. Teachers have flat tires. We have property damage. We need to buy more books now, because books were lit on fire as well.
Okay?
Landlord didn't show up today. I don't think he's showing up no more.
Duh.
Hey, Wimp, anybody needs this exercise, you do. Well, Mr. Capo, what's this? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that you are supposed to be messing with my students anymore.
Yeah, it's easy to talk shit on the other side of a fence.
I gotta go now. You watch out for yourself. I hear they're looking for you. You know who I mean.
He could have just left it at that. He didn't have to be all extra. You know who I mean, man. You know. You know what I'm talking about. It was one of those moments, man. Like, you could have just, you know, discretion, buddy. All right? Discretion. Yep, he's practicing on them kicks, because that was the last straw, man. So now he's ready. Oh yeah, this is before he goes to the chop shop and starts catching wreck. Damn, he starts catching wreck in that chop shop.
I ain't supposed to be here. Guess you know that. Yeah, I guess you ain't supposed to be in school anymore either, huh?
He got the fatigues on and everything. He about to go straight Green Beret on their asses. He's like, listen, I just wanted to teach these kids to be better, teach them something new, and y'all had to fuck around, right? He wasn't trying to hurt nobody.
Where have I heard that before? This time it's no bullshit, man. They're gonna kill you. This time it's my home. This time I don't leave until it's over.
That's PTSD talking right there.
So how'd you find out where the car shop was, huh? Because it's quite famous around here. So what you gonna do? He's got an alibi for all that shit that went down at the school. Ain't one person in that neighborhood gonna speak out against him, man. They're either scared or else they think he's Robin Hood. Cops can't touch him, and you're just gonna be one more dead body if you go after him.
Robin Hood.
Donovan? He was your friend, Orlando. He was my friend. Forget about him just like that. Man.
I like how his voice crackled up right
See
there.
you ending up like him. You know what Mr. Kerrigan says in his classes? All that crap about only the strong survive. Well, let me tell you something, Master. No matter Capoeira, no matter...
Yes, people, I looked at the invisible camera because he did say only the strong. God, do they have to say the title of the movie in the... Y'all know how I feel about that.
Doesn't matter what I want, that's just the way it is. Unless we do something about it.
You know, had this movie would have been rated R and it had been made today, like remake, this scene would be a bloodbath. Straight up. But it kind of would have took away from the fact that this is a movie that is solely about capoeira, you know, martial arts, fighting. So, but I feel like if they remade it now, it would be on some The Night Comes For Us, Joe Taslim type of shit, where he was in that meat locker scene. Damn. He did not just get up that fast after getting glass kicked in his face. Oh no. Said, get that bitch, Leatherface, get that bitch. He really was doing the Leatherface dance. He can't even control that saw. Yeah, he like, put that shit down and have a seat. Oh my God, yo, man. Woo! The way, yo, his stance, man. I'm telling you, Mark Dacoscos is swift. This ball is not for play. Damn. I was about to say I would have took that money out of it. There was a lot of money in that fucking car, but probably drug money though. And we all know that's no good, people. Now this dude, he's like the boss before you get to the boss, and he's just got a big ass helmet on. And he's 8 feet tall. Why would he punch him in the helmet? Oh, this part almost like made this part always made my claustrophobia kick in. Ooh, he lowered the car onto his helmet and he can't get the helmet off, and it's like, oh, rumor has it he's still stuck under that car to this day. And they all looking like, man, we getting out of here. We don't want no parts of this guy. We are not trained for this.
Hey! I got a message for your boss.
Should have blew up the whole damn shop. That's the real message right there. That was an emoji he sent. I feel like a paragraph message would have been him blowing up the entire damn shop. Severio was like, yeah, whatever, man. Where's he at? I don't want to hear it. Right on. Whatever he said. Now they about to rally up the troops. They all coming together for the same thing. They all got their ass whooped by Lewis.
She's still in this neighborhood. You find me this cockroach and you bring it to me. Alive! Tonight! We finish this war!
Pretty embarrassing that all of them can't stop one man. They got machetes and swords and all types of stuff.
But I'm stronger. In an hour, 2 minutes of Macumba Grove. We'll find out once and for all who really owns this neighborhood.
He gave the location and everything. Macumba Grove. In 1 hour. Well, at least we know Severio is very punctual with time. He doesn't play around with his war. See, they got butterfly knives and all types of weapons. They splitting up all over the hood. Meanwhile, Lewis is just like a martial arts Michael Myers out here, hiding in sheets. Damn, hiding in sheets, creeping all over the place. They built a fire pit for the occasion. They're serious about this. I wonder which, I mean, two different calibers of film, but somewhat similar. They all took place, or they both took place in Miami. I wonder which made more money, this or the substitute with Tom Berenger.
I want him alive. We're on the way. Make a U-turn. No.
Hey, please. Camisa.
Hiding under cars and Lewis is like a serial killer who doesn't kill. He's a serial fighter. Oh, I always love this part where he flips over the car, takes both these dudes down. 1, 2. Yep, that's it. Oh wait, did he just take the one dude down? Is he killing these guys? Because he's swinging a knife around or a machete around, but he's hitting these dudes with it. He's striking them with that machete, like. Oh, this is when the walls kind of started to close in on him. He was rocking out, but this is when all of them, you know. Oh no, that's not a machete. Is that a lead pipe? No, that's a lead pipe he's got. My mistake. Yeah, the walls is closing in on him. It's too many for him at once. He was holding his own though, but the dude snuck him. Damn, dude snuck the shit out of him. Alive! Because he knew they would have killed him.
Hey, little cockroach. I have a very special treat for you two.
They said it like they were taking that motherfucker to Olive Garden or something for dinner. A very special treat for you. The tour to Italy just went down $2. They bought him a prize. Like they hold that motherfucker like that's a prize. Love it. They all came dressed in their gi. Well, they don't all have gis on, but they came in all white. Students is ready to rock for Lewis, man. I like it. They didn't care about weapons or nothing.
Some kind of joke? We're here to take our teacher back, and that ain't no joke.
Disrespectful. Damn. He been practicing on them kicks. I love that one kid, he still kept his stance. He looking like, fuck wrong with these dudes? Oh, because I ain't had a single line in the whole movie? Y'all thought I wasn't going to kick somebody in the face?
Get out of the way before somebody gets hurt. A Jew.
Jew.
I will deal with you later.
Deal with me now, Primo. Because you ain't getting past us unless you hand him over.
You bust shit, man.
He's so arrogant. Whoa. He's so arrogant, man.
This shit. Right now, right here. You get rid of these ladies or what?
It was a no-brainer, Orlando. I know you tried, you wanted to be that guy, but Silverio would have mopped Orlando easily. It's like fucking Fei Long trying to fight T-Hawk in Super Street Fighter 2. Like the size difference, just I'm not a believer in that.
If I win, these kids are mine again.
If you win.
Whew. Here we go. Final battle, people. Damn, like, can we? I know I'm jumping the gun here, and we haven't even gotten to the ending or the ranking or anything like that, or a rating rather. Can we get a sequel to this, people? Am I doing too much? Because Mark Dacoscos is still. I follow Mark Dacoscos on Instagram, man, and the guy's still very much in shape. He's very youthful still. He can do a lot of the same shit. I don't know about what the rest of the cast is doing. Damn. But no, like, I would love to see, something where Lewis comes back. Teach a new set of kids and have some of the returning cast members. So if he killed Lewis, was he expecting none of those kids to not say anything afterwards? Yo, his eyes, that was scary how wide his eyes got. Severio eats his Wheaties. If you could just chop a machete in half like that. Or maybe it's roid rage. It's either Wheaties or roid rage. Maybe spinach. I don't know. Love this part right here. Lewis could have easily got the best of Severio because he didn't have a weapon, but he tossed the knife to the side. And Shay threw it all the way in the background. See, see where that arrogance gets you? Ugh, that kick. He had a wind up for that. Did that Jamaican dude just scream fuck him up? Yeah, he was gonna take that man's life. There we go. I got chills, people. I got chills. They drowning out that other shit. And this is giving him life, man. Get his ass, Lewis. Ugh. Get him out of there. Damn. Now these two bitch ass bodyguards of Silverio, they had the guns ready on deck. But I love that Shay and Shay and Orlando, they're just like, yo, you see that? You peep them guns? Let's break these dudes off real quick. I thought I turned my goddamn... Here we go. Let's get it. Let's do it. Jesus, that was like a reverse tornado launch, like the John Raiden does, except I don't even know how to explain that kick. I just know I wish I could do it. I'm sitting here nodding my head, smirking like I'm watching from a distance, like, well done, Lewis. Well done. Some movies just get me nostalgia-wise. Now the cops show up. It's over now. It's already done. Mark Dacoscos look like he's auditioning for Predator.
You're that guy from Lincoln High School, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Why didn't they cast him in Predators instead of Adrian Brody? I said that because he's all dirty, and it reminded me of when Arnold had the mud on him.
Who's that?
His name's Silverio Oliveras. He's my cousin. He's the guy who started the fire at the school. He killed my friend Donovan.
Are you willing to swear to that in a court of law?
That's right, sir.
And you're fully aware of this man's reputation for intimidating witnesses, aren't you?
Oh, that shit's over, man. You don't own this neighborhood no more.
I know that's right. Now, did when they're all getting their diplomas, but it's like, did Orlando cut his hair? And I keep forgetting the guy that plays Mr. Kerrigan was also in The Devil's Rejects. I still need to see 3 from Hell, that third Rob Zombie movie in that timeline. Mark Dacoscos is shaking like George Clooney in those shots right there.
And we have a special addition to our ceremonies.
Did anybody ever notice, like, George Clooney, like, if you go back and watch Batman and Robin, which I don't recommend, but if you want it for a good laugh, George Clooney shakes every time he talks, like he listening to, like, he's got an earpiece in listening to James Brown and shit. He just...
And so without further ado...
Oh my god, not another fucking lag, people. My apologies. My apologies. Jesus Christ, man. I was about to say another lag. Oh, Jesus, that's like twice in one commentary. God, I hate it, man, because it's not just inconvenience for me, it's inconvenience if y'all are listening, so my apologies. Paranaue, 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 Paranaue. Did he just not dap that man up? The chick sharp too. Damn, yo, her, the way she like dipped back. Good lord. Yo, man, I really admire. And him, that's the Asian kid that was one of the students. And him too. Damn. Jesus. And to think these kids didn't want to learn Capoeira. Now they showing off at graduation. Look at them go. Damn, yo. Just the hang time they get when they jump in the air is insane. I need to get back in shape. Better late than never. I'm gonna just have to take my inhaler to the gym with me. He tripped him. That's his buddy, man. I like that they brought him back though. The guy that gave him the the guy that gave him the instrument in the beginning when he went home. Oh, people, we have survived it because, only the strong survive, right? Ha ha! This thing on, I'll be here all week. But, no, people, I will give this movie I give this movie as a martial arts movie of 1993. I give this movie a 9 out of 10. What keeps it from a 10 is some of the performance. The performances are fairly dated. They don't hold up as well, but it's not enough to take me out of the movie. But like I said, you kind of get the best of both worlds. You get this dangerous, even though this came out first, but you get kind of like this. It's the same premises shit like Dead Poet Society, Dangerous Minds, 187. In regards of a teacher coming into these troubled kids' lives, or these rowdy, rambunctious, Rat Pack kids coming into their lives and introducing them to something new and completely changing their lives and their behavior. And the kids become friends. They begin to love their teacher. You get that aspect of it as far as like a high school kids movie / teacher movie goes. But you also get a martial arts movie at the core of it, and it's informative, man. They don't half-ass the martial arts. They break shit down. I love the way that the movie's choreographed. Mark Dacoscos, you couldn't have got a better person to play Louis Stevens, man. So big shout out to him. Big shout out to God damn it, I just said Mark Dacoscos. Stacey Travis, and rest in peace, shout out to Jeffrey Lewis, who played Mr. Kerrigan, man. Forever missed, really decent actor. Shout out to Richard Coca and Todd Sussman and Ryan Bowman, Paco Christian Sierra, and everybody that was involved in the making of this underrated gem. I think this movie, like I said, I'll go out on a limb and I say, well, yeah, maybe they should do a part 2 or something. I know a lot of people would tend to disagree with me. Tons of people would tend to disagree with me. But if they ever remade this, bring Mark Dacoscos back. Fuck it, like just bring him back. I don't know why. I just love this movie so much, man. And me being able to watch it in full again, and I have to go through clips on YouTube separately and stuff like that. It's always a good experience, man. It was one of my favorites for a reason. And again, I gotta shout out my pop for putting me D to this when I was a wee young lad, and gotta shout out Sheldon Lettich for directing this movie, man. He did a really good job doing this, man. And I would definitely recommend this to anybody who hasn't seen it, man. If you're big on martial arts movies and stuff like that, then I would definitely check this one out, because this is one of the martial arts movies that's got a lot of heart to it, and it's got a bunch of other things going on that really come together and mesh really well with the martial arts theme of this film. So yeah, people, y'all already know where to go, and if y'all don't, y'all can follow the podcast on Anchor, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Breaker, Radio Public, Podbean, and Podcast Addict. Shout out to Anchor. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram, Romero Tudor. Shout out to the Facebook movie group, The Cinemaniacs. And shout out to the Facebook movie group, The Horror Virus. And last but not least, shout out to the Tudor reviewers, the listeners, the lovers, the supporters out there, man. Hope y'all enjoyed this kind of impromptu Throwback Thursday commentary. Later on, I do want to map out an episode. Something's been bothering me, people, and I felt as though I needed to talk about it later on today. This whole thing with Dwayne Johnson saying he's not coming back for Fast 10, 11 has been bothering me, and I haven't talked about it. I know the news came up like a week or two ago, but like I always say, better late than never. So I'm probably going to map out that episode and do something in regards to that. But I feel like just because I even mentioned that, I spoke into existence the fact that I'm going to do something completely different, because y'all know it's bad luck anytime I announce what I'm going to do next. As far as the episode goes, because I end up veering off course and doing something different. Tomorrow, however, like I said earlier on in the episode, tomorrow is Friday the 13th, so I'm going to stick with that narrative. We will do Friday the 13th commentaries, people. We will have a good time. Like I said, I gotta have some cold ones on deck. But yeah, man, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and hopefully you guys tune into the Friday the 13th episodes that I'm gonna do tomorrow for y'all, and just tune into whatever y'all want, man. Plenty of fucking content to go around, man. Reviews, rants, commentaries, whatever you have it. And y'all already know the love and support that y'all show me, man. I show it back to y'all tenfold and then some. With that being said, people, yours truly, Romero Tudor. Another episode of Tudor Reviews in the can. I'll check y'all on the next one.